I hate OBS. Hopefully that works. Hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear us. Sorry, guys. OBS decided to take his shit literally right before the show started. Didn't want to open, so I had to restart my computer, and then I opened it up, and then all my settings are wrong. So you know how that goes. But welcome back. It's Friday night. Back with the boys. We're just gonna be shooting the shit, hanging out with you guys tonight. Is it glitching? At this point, man, I'm about done streaming, bro. This shit's really starting to piss me off. Every time I try to open this thing, there's something fucking wrong. And it's starting to get really irritating. But
It
anyway,
looks completely fine on my end, just for the record.
we're just gonna persevere and get through this just because
I know.
I'm over it at this point.
He said glistening.
I don't know.
I don't even know what that means.
At this point, I really don't fucking care. This thing. Anyway, let's just put it this way. I'm not into it today. I'm just going to put it right there. Not really into it today. If it was up to me, I probably would have canceled tonight's episode, but it was too late to do so. So it is what it is. But with that being said, tonight's episode is kind of just going to be a brainstorming episode. We're just going to try to think of some new things that we can do, some new ideas, because honestly, I'm about at my wit's end of trying to come up with stuff to do on this show. And honestly, it's getting really boring for me personally, just showing up and with no game plan every week really isn't working for me. We need to figure something else out, or something needs to change for me personally. Just putting that out there for you guys. So I need your guys' help in chat. We need your help with coming up with some ideas of things for us to do on this show. Because if we don't, I don't know how much longer I can continue to just do this off the fly at the seat of my pants. Just putting that out there. So if you guys have any ideas of things, brainstorm with us. Let us think of some stuff that we can kind of keep this thing going for, as long as hopefully we can. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, but with that being said, let's talk about maybe what we're vaping on currently at the moment. So let's start off with Chris. What you got, man?
All right, I'm keeping it simple. I got one of my favorite mechs ever with a very good RDA in my opinion. So I got the heavy hitter in brass on top. It's the Druga V2 from Og Vape. The coils I have in there, I can't remember who I got them from, but they're a 4-wrap Alien 0.1. It's like a 3.5 millimeter in this thing. I love running 3.5s in this RDA. And the liquid that I got in there is actually a little bit of guava jelly. Nice. As it's not focusing on the bottle and keeping focus on my mouth. But this stuff's good, dude. I do like it. The only thing I would say is that the sweetness slowly gets to me, but it's very slow. Like, I feel like once I'm halfway through this bottle, I'll have to just put it down for a little bit. But the flavor is nice. It's not too much of anything. If you're like, I don't know if I like guava that much, but I like guava, it'd be like the right guava for you to try. If you like a lemonade, but you're like, sometimes lemonades are really harsh. I don't find this one particularly throaty. I think it's just a really good flavor. I think Eric did a really good job. And yeah, that's everything for me. So Sean, how about you?
I mean, right now I'm just trying to clean it up a little bit before I put it on camera because we had a little over drippy mess earlier today, and I had just goo everywhere that I still needed to clean up. We got the the old work mod. It's the Gen 2 with the Cosmonaut V2 and still rocking the drip dairy coils in it. Still got the same chop top, or no, actually now it's the platinum balls. Um, but right now we're vaping on some of that Deep Cuts Blueberry Hill. And I forget how goddamn good that blueberry is. And then I crack a bottle and I taste it and it's like, welcome, friend. And that's what I got going on.
All right, so for me, short and sweet, keeping things simple, but I did change it up a little bit. I'm still rocking that Bonza Pro because Bonza Pro, it's fucking good. That's all I gotta say. Got a set of some quad core aliens from Mr. Drip Theory out there. Of course, this one's custom coated by Mr. Palmer's powders and that nice Cadillac gray action there. And of course, all about that Homeboy Mango on the inside. Mango is life. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I just really like it. Sorry, I just
I
got
do not
distracted by
have
chat.
one.
But with that being said, that's pretty much it for what I've got in front of me at the moment. Nothing really spectacular going on here. So there's only one last thing to do before we get into some of these ideas. It's time to find out what's new in the shed.
Well, friends, over there on the old Shed Time podcast, we believe yes, we continue the show with the boys from Jackie Chan Fan Club. So if you guys checked it out already, you already know that they are a musical act that is just ridiculous and silly and all over the place. And we continue to laugh, we continue to joke, we continue to hear some more silly, wild songs. And you can check all that out on the Shed Time podcast. It's on every podcasting platform: Spotify, Apple Music, Google, all of them, all of them. Just Google it, search it in your favorite search engine, or go to shedtimepodcast.com. You can find it there. And there's links to everything. So with that, that's what's new in the shed.
All right, and with that, just kind of scroll through and see some of these things that are coming through. Obviously, first suggestion, Kyle Evans, only serious suggestions will be accepted. I appreciate the funny, but ain't gonna happen, my dude. Grim says, build some comically large coils and try to build and vape a 7mm coil. That would be fucking ridiculous. And I don't even know if I have anything that would fit a 7mm coil, to be completely honest with you. But I see where you're going there. He says, dude, you guys could back up, have a cloud comp, and let us judge.
I'm
That could
liking
be
that idea.
That could possibly be a thing. We'll have to figure out how to like how far we need to each be away from our camera in order to get. That could be a thing.
I got like 7 feet. Is that back wall is probably like 7 feet
dude,
behind me.
I've got plenty of space behind me.
Yeah, that's my max.
It's
I could
just-
turn my camera any angle though.
Yeah. We might.
Yeah.
That
I'll figure it out wherever I land.
that could possibly be a thing.
Yeah.
That could honestly kind of be fun for maybe a shedhead session,
That's true.
That would be insane.
right?
Get a handful of people doing it. Yes.
See, this is why I need you guys. All right, this is why chat is so important when it comes to these live streams, because if it wasn't for you guys coming up with some ideas every now and then, we would just be sitting here just talking about complete nonsense, which we normally do anyway. But you know, it is what it is. What else we got here? Oh, one thing I just wanted to read out from Matthew Snyder. He says, no RDA V2s feels like a sin almost. I know, dude. Trust me.
It is kind of weird
know, dude.
that nobody is using one.
I haven't vaped one since I got the Bonza Pro.
It's been a
Just-
few weeks for me, which is surprising.
Just putting that out there. Oh, dude, Grim's on a roll right now. Oh, idea. Take urban myths from the cannabis world and test them out or debunk them. Like, does mango really make you higher? Well, scientifically, it actually does because the myrcene terpene that is in the mango. Anyways,
That's a fact, Jack.
that's definitely maybe something more of a podcast idea, because that's something we could actually physically do like on stream and maybe not have an issue. I really don't know.
Well, we're totally demonetized over there on like
Yeah. Well,
50%
honestly,
of the videos anyway.
let's be
So
honest. I don't
Only
monetize.
50?
I don't monetize the live streams anyways, because they would either get age restricted or flagged. So I haven't this channel. Technically my channel is monetized, but I don't monetize any video that goes out on this thing anymore because I don't post reviews. So technically we might be able to just say fuck it. That's conversation for another time though.
I'm hit with some age restrictions on a few of them, but not everything on the Shed Time Studios is age restricted, which is weird. I don't understand fully why some things get picked over others.
Yeah, I have no idea how YouTube works because like I see people that make bags off YouTube and they're doing like wild shit. So either they just don't care about that and they just give YouTube a bunch of money for like throwing ads on their stuff and they just make so much money off sponsorships. Maybe that's what they're doing, but either way, it's just like
Dude, Drip Theory's taking fucking the build off to a whole new situation to where it's like we've taken a complete mod apart as well, and then have to put
oh dude, that'd be
mod,
actually
the
pretty
RDA.
fucking I'd be very stressed.
Like
like have to put a battery
like a fucking
in.
Dreamer clutch where you have to have the full switch component fucking broken apart, and then you have to put the switch together, put the battery in, wick.
Not to mention that you
fucking-
gotta still build on a safe mod.
Yeah, and then you
when
gotta
put-
transport from that to the
a
That could be
mega
it.
build
That could
off
be a thing.
series. I
Face me
like
That's
I
like a bottoms up build off.
I just like how
Like-
Facemeat's comment. He says, "I literally see vaginas on the YouTube. They don't bother trying to make sense
Trying
of
to
it."
make sense
Yeah,
of
I know,
it?
dude.
Yeah.
I know.
Facts, dude.
I know. You are not wrong there. But I like that idea, Drip Theory. So here, I need to write.
Put a note in your phone, bro.
I'm gonna make a note. Luckily, I've got all my picture this notebooks lying here, so I just gotta find a
Find a
That's
clean
big enough
page.
space.
clean page.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got mod / Addy build. Shed Time Cloud Comp. Or Shed
I like
Cloud
Grim
Comp.
Green's hashtag cloud comp cam.
Dude, that's the camera angle. Just go to that setting. Cloud comp
Yeah.
setting.
Oh,
What
that's
else do we
good.
have? What else do we
What
have?
up, Brian?
Let's see.
Mountain Dew vape pairings. I mean, is there really anything better than Blast Off? Just saying.
What about what? What about vape pairings?
No. Drip Theory put one a while ago, and he put Mountain Dew vape pairings. Which
Let's be honest, bro. The best pairing with the Mountain Dew is some Homeboy Mango, bud.
oh no, Blast Off's better, I think.
Well, Blast Off is Mountain Dew though, so it's
It's kind of
doubling up.
unfair, but
You're-
it's
yeah,
still
you're just doubling
the
up, dude.
best.
Honestly,
I would say that when I'm vaping right now would be pretty good with Mountain Dew.
what's that? The guava jelly?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd be pretty good with
Honestly,
fucking Mountain Dew.
Any fruit flavor goes
Listen,
good with the Mountain Dew. Let's be
Most of the
honest.
desserts I vape are still good with a dew.
Dew's
let's
just
be
good with
real.
everything.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Actually,
Dew is the perfect pair.
Blueberry Hill's hitting nice with this Sprite and tea that they've now dropped.
How is
Oh
it?
damn, I don't even heard of that.
Dude, I am I see why this went viral. Like it went viral across the internet. People just mixing iced tea and Sprite like 50-50. And Sprite was like, "Yo, people like it that much. We're just gonna bottle it ourselves." And it's literally like some straight up black tea and Sprite, and that's what you're getting.
Almost like an Arnold Palmer kind of action there. I like that.
Like an Arnold Palmer soda almost with that hint of lime because of the Sprite. Yeah, very much. And it's
I would
fucking
definitely
so
try
tasty.
that. I would try that.
Like that is delicious.
Okay, see, Grim's on a fucking shed time thought train right now, and I appreciate the shit out of it. He says, okay, I'm shed time, but idea. One person makes a vape related noise off camera, drag, rattle, what is that?
Squelch from an
Squelch from an
RTA.
RTA or whatever, and everybody has to try to get. See, I've thought about this game before in the past, and this is something that I just need to take some time one day out of the weekend and just scour the internet for some pictures and stuff, because I want to do like a guess who sort of thing where I'm pretty much hosting the game, and what I do is I go through and I pull up pictures of devices, RDAs, things like that, but I only show you so much of the picture, and from that you have to guess what it is.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like maybe it's just the screw from the deck, or maybe it's just the like the top cap of a hybrid mech mod, or maybe it's just the button, or just what the screen may look like on a regulated mod. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
Of course, there'll be stuff. I'll pick things that we're pretty well versed in, and I know that each one of us have at least looked at once or twice. But I think that could be kind of fun.
that'd be a good one.
Okay, so
Dude, I could see that being fun for like decks too.
Vape,
Like you
yeah.
just get
Oh
little
yeah.
portion of a
Here,
deck.
guess
Yep.
who.
Here's a squonk hole. You know?
So there we go. So far we've got 3 solid ideas with the mod Addy build, the Shedhead Cloud Comp, the Vape Gear Guess Who. And luckily these are all things that we can do multiples of, and it's not just a one-time deal, where it's what we do it one time and then we got to come up with something else. We can do each one of these things like how we do like a Shedhead session or a build off.
Yep.
We can kind of just break them up and do them.
We're due for another how much
Oh yeah,
as
that
well.
too. Yeah.
Where I'll scour
Yeah,
the
yeah,
internet
yeah.
for a bunch of random things and put it all together like that. But we're due for another one of those.
Pick a
'Cause that was
drink,
a whole hell of a lot of fun.
food, or whole restaurant/food chain, and pick a pairing for it.
Oh,
Is that like
So, like-
McDonald's? And I'm like, I want a Big Mac, a fry, a chocolate milkshake, and an apple pie. Is that what you mean? Or are you talking about like a pairing? Like in what
No,
way?
I think he's just saying like you either pick a drink or a food or even a whole restaurant, and then like something that may pair
Some
with
vape
that
pairing with
specific
it.
thing. So
Ah,
not
so it's vape
necessarily
pairing.
just Mountain Dew pairings, but like
Got you.
different
Yeah.
things.
So like a McDonald's chocolate shake. What are you trying to pair with that?
Okay.
What's your perfect vape with that drink or that
Dude, I think
dessert?
Georgie'd be fine with that. Just on that note.
Right.
Vape pairing, defend your choice, come to an argument. Vape debates.
I'm down for some vape debates. We've had enough comical debates about other weird things on the podcast. Why not bring some vape debates over here?
Where it's like we can have
Because
two
hell, that ice
people-
cream debate we got into is some shit. So
Because it's like we could either have it between like the 3 of us or during like a Shedhead session or something where we have 2 people come on and then, they debate their side of the story, like single coil versus dual coil. Tell us what your thoughts are.
put it on the book.
Mouth to lung versus direct lung.
Yes.
What? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In the book.
Vape debates.
Vape debates. We gotta hit the common ground to end it. I love it.
Villains is all about it. Yes. All right, so we've come up with 4 solid ideas so far, guys.
Steve-O says he thinks Dr. Pepper pairs with everything.
You
I
know
could
what?
see that pairing
Okay.
with a lot, but
I-
like some real fruity vapes, I think I'd struggle with. It depends on the fruit.
I don't know. I could see like, just about every fruit vape I've ever fucked with being fucking totally awesome with a Dr. Pepper in hand. I mean, 23 flavors, whatever you're vaping's got to go with something in that thing.
Mickey Mo. Don't tell me what to drink, Ben. I'll just talk about Mountain Dew. Made me want a fucking Mountain Dew, bro. All right, so I'm drinking Mountain Dew. I think he's just saying just water in general. Water is honestly, water pairs
every
with
vape,
everything.
I have to say, every vape pairs with water for sure.
Red or purple
That's
Powerade
true.
pair with anything. I can, I am, I will. You're not my real stepdad. You can't tell me what to do. The sad boy Girl Scout cookie only goes with coffee. There's a few things for me that only I can only really vape with coffee. Part of the reason why I don't really drink coffee that often is because I vape so many fruits. The coffee and fruit flavors don't really mix that well for me personally.
I'm not totally into it, but I've surprisingly gotten more okay with it.
Oh, well, yeah,
Dude,
dude, you definitely vape way more fruits nowadays than you ever have, for sure.
guava jelly ain't that bad because it doesn't linger that long. So I feel like when you take a sip of coffee, you hit the guava jelly, it
And
works.
it's
It
not
it
necessarily
doesn't
that the
bother me.
guava jelly sticks around, it's that the coffee sticks around for me. That's always my problem, is that I always have that fucking coffee flavor in my mouth.
Oh, but that's what makes me just want to vape more and more and more.
What else we got? Still running some errands. Get her done there. Get her done.
Earn, 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 earn.
Ern is
Toss
probably running
contest,
50 drives
but
this year.
with blowing O's. Trying to
I
see if
can
there's.
blow
Dude, I
O's,
can
but
barely
not
blow O's.
controlled.
Yeah. Now you're asking me to like aim them and shit? I'd be like 1 in a billion.
I saw a vape trick contest. And I was like, I can spin around in my chair while I blow out a cloud. Is that a trick?
I mean, it is, but it's not an impressive one.
I I can make a mean tornado.
Like if you want to do like vape tricks force, it might kind of stop by me blowing an O, pushing an O, and then breathing it out my nose. Those would be like the 3 tricks that I could probably do. That is basically it.
I never even understood the push. I couldn't get it.
LT says compare flavors by maker, so I'm guessing she's saying just like compare similar like juices from different, brands. So like this mango compared to this mango, or maybe this berry compared to this berry,
Or lemonade and lemonade.
Yeah. That could be kind of fun. This is the thing, though. I will say this: we're trying to. I personally am trying to think of ideas that don't take any sort of monetary investment, which makes it super easy to do, and we don't have to worry about anybody maybe being in a pinch or not being able to, handle things and stuff like that. But that's definitely something that we can think of keeping in our pocket.
Well, we could even have some like variation. Like it could be like favorite citrus flavor,
Well, this
and
is
then
one
we
thing
would
that I
have
was
to put it
thinking
in there.
too, is reaching out to some of our mixing buddies, and like maybe having like either Tim or maybe even like Steve-O if they'd be interested, and maybe once a month they send us like a random flavor, and we do like a blind taste test from like either.
Oh, and we break it down individually and share it, and then we find out what it is.
And then we find out what it is at the end of the episode after we've all tried it and kind of try to work it out.
I think that'd actually be pretty fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Ern, whoever's a mixer out there who may be interested in doing that. Obviously, I would say just have Chris do it, but then he can't participate in the game. which is half the fun. But even if he wants to throw his hat in the fucking mix one day, and we do like Sean and I have to do a blind taste test from Chris Liquid or whatever. You were
Well,
thinking
I
the
mean,
same thing, Drip Theory? Great
I
minds
think
think
that
alike,
that could
bro.
definitely happen. And I think that we know when that could happen and then what it could be, because it could be mine. And I could not tell you what mine is.
That is true. Yo, a mystery flavor showdown would be sick. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much just like a fucking unlabeled bottle. You'd be down, Steve-O? Fuck yeah, bro. That'd be sick.
Yeah, I would love to
And
try
hey, and with this
this
too,
random
Steve-O,
challenge.
you could even just have them be mixes from your line if you wanted to, bro. Because I've only tried a few of them. I know Sean's tried a few. I don't know if Chris has had an opportunity to try any of your stuff.
No,
So
I
literally,
haven't.
you could literally
I mean, I
just
probably could have mixed
send
something,
us
but I've not tried it
unlabeled.
now.
Oh yeah, dude, face me. I completely forgot you mix liquids too, and it makes some pretty wild flavors, bro. Like he's got a guava cheese your jelly where it's like a guava cheesecake lemon or something. Is that what it is, face me? It's something like that. But he's got some interesting profiles that I've heard of before too. Hell yeah, dude, this makes me excited, bro. All right, so
Yes. Mystery
mystery.
DIY flavors.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Just like I'm gonna throw in a request of nothing that's like disgusting. Like you're like, I
Oh
can't wait
no,
to
no,
see
no,
these guys vape that.
no. Like obviously, let's
Like, don't do us dirty.
yeah, don't do us dirty. Duchess, we're just you could
Yeah,
even
you
if
could
you wanted to,
participate.
you could participate in this too. So pretty much what we're doing is we're asking our mixing community to send us a unmarked bottle of liquid, which is a mix that you've come up with on your own, whether it's something that you already have or it's something you came up off of the fly, and then you could send it over to us. The three of us will try it on the show, try to break it down, figure out what notes we're getting out of it, talk to the chat about it a little bit, and then, maybe once we come back from the shed time break right before the game, you let us know what the profile is and we can kind of see how close we may have got.
And of course, we would pay for the shipping.
Oh, no
So
cheese,
don't
it's
don't
just
sweat that.
guava. It's just called cheese or guava jelly. That's what it is. Which would make sense because that is kind of a weird name, but yeah, Steve says, no way. I'd want everyone to enjoy it. Hell yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, if it's like any of the other few liquids you sent me, I'm pretty sure we're going to enjoy it. Just saying. So with that, dude, that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, cheese
5.
or jelly reference.
Yeah. I got it once I said it again after reading that. I was like, oh, it's a reference to an inside joke to the Yo-Yo Cool Kids. Gotcha. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, that's 5 solid ideas. I'll be down for that. I've got a few flavors I've been dying to try. Hell yeah, dude. Sick.
Love that.
Sick. This made me actually way more excited about streams than I was before the stream. If you guys can't tell, my mood's flip-flopped a little bit more peppy in my steppy, if you know what I'm saying. But hell yeah, dudes. These look like some solid ideas. Of course, we still have I'm just gonna write down all of our ideas that we do here so we can kind of have an idea of like the things we can pull from. So we've also got a build off, normal build off, quick wicks. The how much? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ideas plus our normal Shedhead session.
Yeah, I guess even theoretically, that's true, Grim. We could even have like, store bought
Yeah, they
bottles
could
that we
even
just take the label off of.
yeah, we could do that too.
I'd probably be
It,
pretty easy for me. Well, I actually don't even know. I haven't bought liquid in Canada in so long, dude. Last time I bought one, it was so fucking expensive.
Um Yeah, that could be kind of fun too, because I do have like a bunch of bottles of fucking liquid that are just lying around. That could definitely be an easy way to go about it too.
I mean,
Um,
I'd be totally down to go grab a random liquid and just ship it on out with no label.
so right now we've got 9 solid like show ideas that we can use and cycle through on a daily, which is a lot better than the 1 or 2 that we had before, which was like actually 3. We had a build off, a quick, and a shedhead session. Those were like 3 things that I could hit you guys up and be like, hey, this is what we're gonna do this week. Now
No, Duchess.
we've got
You know
all
what
this
else
other
we
stuff
haven't
too.
done in an ill minute is we haven't done a trivia night.
That is true too.
And I mean, we could all just take turns hosting as the trivia host that
Well,
night.
that's what we did that for a while, and each
Yeah,
one
like
of us
we've
hosted
rotated,
one,
I
and then
think,
we
each
stopped.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then
So
Anthony did one. I'd love it if
Yeah.
Anthony could do another one too. It's more fun when all 3 of
That's
us
the
get to
Shedhead
participate.
Mega Bowl. We need to have another Mega Bowl.
Yeah, I feel like we're due for a Mega Bowl.
Um, so we'll have to get out to Anthony. Is there a deadline for the? No deadline, bro. Just whenever. You know what I mean? This whole episode is literally just a brainstorming episode of us trying to think of some new ideas of things for us to do here on the show. And that's just one of the ideas that literally just popped up. So whenever,
getting
dude.
your input, guys, and finding out what everybody thinks is going to be fun and enjoyable for all of us. We want you guys to have fun with it too, because if it's the same shit over and over again, it is kind of like, what's the point after a while?
And I'll definitely slide in those DMs, face meat for sure, dude. Because I'd be interested in trying out some of your mixes, bro. It is nice to switch things up sometimes. I've been doing Mondays for 3 or 4 years now, and ultimately it comes down to the community coming together and chat to chill with y'all, regardless of what we do. Yeah, that's kind of what it's been for the past 2 years. Is it's just pretty much just been a hangout sort of thing, which is cool and all, but I kind of like having some sort of idea of what we can do before I start the stream, so I'm not just sitting here racking my brain the entire episode trying to think of things to talk about and kind of keep things rolling. If I kind of have an idea, I doesn't stress me out because I already know we kind of have a plan. But if we don't, and I'm just coming in, by this, like I said, by the seat of my pants, not really knowing what I'm doing, that's when it kind of gets me a little flustered. Let's see. I'm still always trying to think of new. Yeah, dude, that's the thing, man. We've done this show for so long that like I felt like I ran out of ideas, but obviously came up with a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? So we've got a list here to work off of for the next year or so until we get tired of all that stuff and have to come up with some new stuff. But hopefully this can get us by for a little while. You know what I mean? Anything else that I may have missed? Da, 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 da. I guess the DIY flavor. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, here's a thought. We could do like a vape graveyard session where we talk about liquids that we would love to see that we're happy to see gone, and liquids we wish would come back.
Oh, or yeah.
And then addies, mods, etc. Like any gear.
I'm just gonna call it come and gone.
Yeah, like stuff that we wish was back and stuff that we are glad to see gone.
Or even like even things that we have in our collection that are in the vape graveyard that maybe were a favorite
like
of ours that at some point got transitioned over to the graveyard because a 510 stopped working, a button stopped working, those sorts of things.
Just doesn't read right. Yes, I love that idea.
I got a lot of those.
That's 10 ideas, bros.
Boom.
3 of which we already had, but 7 solid new ones, which I feel like's pretty good. You know what I mean? I feel like the brainstorm session was definitely a success.
Shout out to the chat.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Grim Green.
Yeah.
For some of these ideas, like
huge shout outs to you guys, man. Because like I said, I couldn't. I don't know why I didn't think of any of these. Probably had at some point and forgot I did, but now, you guys remind me of them. I'm actually kind of excited about this stuff. I will say this, next week should be a Shedhead session, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think we've done one since the week after we got back
so
from
with
Will's.
that, might have to try out one of these new ideas, maybe.
Get a nice little panel of some homies.
Maybe do like a come and gone, or like a something.
Ooh, shed time
here for
reward.
it.
I like that hashtag.
What is Shed Time Reward?
I don't know, but rewarding a shed time enthusiast or shedhead sounds
No, I
cool.
think he's saying we deserve shed time from the successful Brainstorm.
I think he's saying
that's
we
what
deserve a
he's saying.
reward.
I
and
thought that he was
reward
like
is
offering a
shed time.
giveaway for,
And
and,
then-
I was like, "Yo, that's sick. I'm down."
And Drip Theory's saying it's about time for a shed storm. And I agree. So with that, Sean, what time is it, bud?
Well, shit, friends. Go ahead and stretch them legs, them arms, them fingertips. Get yourself a drink and inhale that good shit. Exhale that bullshit and enjoy yourself a minute of shed time.
hopefully you enjoyed your shed time break there, people. I know I did. And with that, we're gonna go and play a game that we haven't played here in a little bit. It's kind of keeping on the theme of some of the last things that we were talking about as far as, the suggestions. It's time for a little bit of a game we like to call Taste It or Waste It. With that, this game's kind of like a take it or leave it sort of situation where you guys go out and start dropping some suggestions of what the category for this week will be is e-liquids, e-liquid flavors. Um, don't necessarily have to be brand names or anything like that. They could just be flavor profiles. It would be quick and easy that way. It's just pretty much things that you think we may or may not like to vape or try, or things you're curious on whether we would try them or not.
Yeah, it could even be your favorite liquid and you want to see if anyone else like it or would want to try it.
Or your least favorite liquid.
Yeah, that's true.
Or some random profile you're working on.
Yeah.
Just throw those suggestions in chat and we can start picking them out and tasting or wasting.
As we're waiting for you guys to put it in there, I will say that my palate over the last, I'm gonna say like year to maybe even 2 years has like definitely broadened quite a bit. Like in a lot of different ways. Like even some desserts I didn't used to like, I'm definitely more open to them now. I'm definitely more open to fruits. And even some like more just, I'm gonna say like sort of exotic flavors, which would have been like, that's a little too strange for me before. I'm like starting to like. I mean, there's still lots of stuff I don't like, but it's definitely broadened. I guess that's what happens after a certain amount of time, maybe of vaping. You're like, oh, okay.
You know what's weird though, Chris, is because mine's kind of done the opposite. To where it's like I really only vape fruits now, and it's really only mango. Very rarely do I switch things up nowadays. And when I do, it's only for a short period and I just go right back to mango. Where before, I'd vape all kinds of different shit and I'd have multiple setups and each mod would have a different liquid in it. Now I've got one setup, one flavor. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm still a very much a variety spice of life kind of guy when it comes to vaping.
Oh, trust me, I like variety with a lot of shit, but for some reason, when it comes to vaping, for some reason, man, I've kind of gotten to like a if it ain't broke, don't fix it sort of mentality. Let's start off with this first one here from Dickie Mo. He says, raspberry cycle crawler, taste it or waste it.
Oh, I'll taste it. I'm a big Psycho Cruller fan. I enjoy the entire line, and yeah, if it's raspberry, the lemon, the apple, the classic, I'm gonna taste it. So definitely tasting some raspberry Psycho Cruller.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna taste it actually. Think, yeah. This is in the garbage. I just finished this like 2 days ago. Before I opened up this. So yeah, no, I think it's good. Lemon's my favorite, but the raspberry is good.
Yeah, I don't think I've tried the lemon yet. Or not the lemon, the raspberry. The only one that I have tried is the lemon. Did like the lemon, but I will say I wasn't like a huge fan of the original Cycle Crawler. Um, don't necessarily know if I would like the raspberry one, but I would try it. I'd give it a shot at least and see how that goes. Um, but I'll give it a shot. I'll try it. I'll taste it. Um, there's only one other option so far. Next one's from Drip Theory. Grape Down Under by Vape Goons. It's a kiwi grape flavor.
Okay. I've tried other like I don't know if it was kiwi grape, but grape is so tricky. So it really would depend on the grape. If someone described it to me as like a grape juice grape, I would probably like I'd taste that. But if it was like some different, I don't know, man. There's only been a few grape flavors I liked. One of them's by 12 Monkeys, and then the grape white from Lost Art. So it's a tricky one. But I would probably taste it because I kind of like kiwi.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the similar boat to you, Chris, because like I've had a few grapes and I haven't enjoyed them, but I've had a couple that I did, and I do like kiwi flavor. Um, so I'm in the boat where I would taste it because I gotta know, like that's a flavor where I want to know.
Yeah, that's where I'm at because I don't think I've ever had anything kiwi or grape. Um, I've had a few kiwi like flavors like
Like a
dragon fruit
strawberry
kiwi,
kiwi.
strawberry kiwi, that sort of thing. And I've had a couple of grape flavors, but I would be curious to see how kiwi and grape played together. So I would try it. From what Drip 3 is saying right here, he says the kiwi could be very floral from batch to batch. So that's interesting. If that's true, I'd probably waste it because I'm not really big into like florally flavors. Um,
I'd want the non-florally
yeah,
batch.
Well,
exactly.
like
If it's a
Personally.
non-florally batch, I'd try it, but it's
I
the
I remember running into that issue with a guava liquid that Sickwit used to make. And the thing I discovered with that liquid was that I had to breathe those bottles. So like I would literally have to take the bottle, crack it, get some air in there, shake it, and like actually let it oxidize for a day, and then it would completely kill the floral note, and it would be the like most incredible guava cheese Danish.
Oh, okay.
But when you first crack that bottle for the first
is that
like
Batman's
if you
liquid?
just try going in the
No,
first
this was just like
day,
a guava flaky pastry, but I mean
Oh,
it's not that far off that. I actually liked his guava flaky pastry. It was good. I don't even remember what that liquid line was called. Something in Spanish.
I don't remember either. Who wants to pick another one?
I'll grab this one from Will. He's going for the real throwback, the People's Vape Kremlin, a pistachio ice cream with cookie crumbles.
Here's the thing, man. I don't know if I would try it. Like, here's the thing about me and pistachios. I like pistachios as just pistachios. You know what I mean? I don't like them in things. I don't like them on things. But I do like them by themselves. So it just doesn't speak to me. So I probably would pass on this one. I'd probably waste it. Like I haven't even got pistachio delight and everybody raves about it. It's just not a flavor that like screams to me and is like, oh, I need to try that. You know what I mean?
I do understand where you're coming from. What about you, Chris?
No, I mean I would taste it. That sounds good to me. I like pistachio in vapes. I don't know what kind of cookie it is, but it doesn't really matter. It could probably be almost any kind of cookie to be in there, and I probably still want to taste it.
See, like I understand where James is coming from because for the longest time that was how I felt when I was when I first few years of my vaping. I was like, there's no way. Like I don't even fuck with pistachio ice cream like in real life. Why would I want a pistachio ice cream vape? And then a friend had me hit their vape, and it was their pistachio ice cream with caramel, and I was like, wait a minute, that's what it tastes like. And so I opened up and I tried a couple other ones that other people had done and went, dude, pistachio ice cream is a vape. It's pretty damn enjoyable. So like I personally would taste it. I've never tried Kremlin, but it sounds pretty bomb. And Will's saying it was a chocolate chip cookie crumble.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
Oh, that would have
it
been,
actually sounds even a little bit
yeah,
better than just like a sugar cookie or something.
that would have been bomb. All right, Chris, you want to find one out there? There's a couple others out there.
Okay, I'll look. All right, I'm gonna go with this one from Duchess, and it's Sacred Seal from Timmy, which I happen to have a bottle right here. So if you guys don't know the exact profile, it is, I think it says graham cracker peanut butter milkshake. And there might even be a little bit more, but it's like the very smallest fucking writing. Let me get my light out here. Oh, it says crunchy peanut butter milkshake crowned with dulce de leche or dulce
Oh,
de leche.
the sacred seal.
Yes, that's what the
Okay,
suggestion
I
was.
still haven't tried that one.
So taste it or waste it, gentlemen.
Um,
Thank you, Paul.
See, here's the thing for me, man. Like, I would taste it, but I don't necessarily know if I would buy an entire bottle because it's not something I would vape a lot of. You know what I mean? Because like even with like even when you had like your PBCC, the peanut butter chocolate cheesecake, like I liked it, but it wasn't something I vaped all the time. It'd be something that I might put in something and vape for like an evening, and then I would put that bottle away and it would just sit for a long time. You know what I mean? Those types of flavors aren't things that I would vape a lot of. I might try it and be like, oh, that tastes kind of good, but I don't know if it'd be something I'd vape all the time. So with that being said, the thing is, the name of the game is if I would taste it or waste it, and I would taste it, but I'm not sure if it would ultimately be wasted or not. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I would still try it for sure. Because I don't still don't know if I've tried it or not. I might have and forgot.
I got to try a handful of Timmy's liquids. They're outstanding. And so a peanut butter milkshake with some dulce de leche, count me in. I'm here for that flavor profile. So
Yeah, I'm
it's a
gonna
big
taste it.
taste.
I'm like really looking forward to trying it. I'm just like holding out. I've got a bunch of flavors that I really enjoyed, and I got some that I got because I was like, I want to try them. That was the one of the ones that I bought when I was at Will's, and because I wanted to try it. I just haven't got around to it yet because I'm kind of saving it a little bit, but I'll obviously taste it. Yeah,
All right, let's go
Yeah,
with.
you're gonna literally taste it.
yeah.
You know, let's do this one from Steve-O. Oat drip mung bean.
Yeah, I saw that. Honestly, I remember like Grim vaping that, or like at least he vaped a mung bean flavor. And I saw Bogan back in the day vape one. I'm not entirely sure I know what it is, but seeing as there's people that enjoy it, I would probably try it. Could I guarantee that I'd finish a bottle? No, but I would
So I
probably
mean,
try it. I'd taste
a,
it.
a mung bean is exactly what it sounds like. It's a fucking bean, like a black bean. Like it's an actual bean. So like on the surface, this sounds so goddamn weird. But then I think about this: beans are legumes. What's a peanut? A legume. Peanut is technically a bean. So I like peanut flavored vapes. I like pistachio flavored vapes, which is a nut, but I have to taste it. Like I kind of have a suspicion that it probably is something that slaps and I'm gonna like a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm a pass on this. Because I think I've even had the opportunity to try this at Nick's house, at Grimm's house, and I think I still was like, nah, I'm good. um, yeah, I just don't think it's for me, so I'll probably waste it. Um, so we got for the next one, boys.
All right, so I think it was me next, and then I'm gonna jump in with Drip Theory's Air Factory Blue Raz. This is an OG classic that was in every vape shop everywhere.
Here's the thing, man. All the Air Factory flavors were terrible.
Yeah, I didn't like any of them.
They all had like
Weren't
this.
they all taffy?
No, they're all like made after like airheads.
Oh, airheads. So it's
So
like
there's like a
not taffy, but
yeah,
like okay, okay.
yeah. And then they had like some other variations too, but dude, they were none of them were good, bro.
Yeah, I never thought any of them really popped at all on the flavor department.
No, there was just something about them too. They had like a weird aftertaste situation going on with them that I wasn't really into. Oh, which reminds me, side note. Remember how I was talking about on the last episode when I was vaping on this mixed berry people? I had some talks with Chris, and I think the vibe that this thing was giving me. I hope Ern's listening and he could chime in later. But it kind of gives me the vibe that the original Slaughter Pop from Lost Art did. Like it has that same sort of like aftertaste situation that I think I used to get from that. I don't know if I'm right, but I feel like that's the one because I haven't had it in a very, very long time. But I feel like that's what I'm getting, like that little aftertaste. It's good, but I think like that's what like I'm getting out of it. Anyway, back to the game.
So you both are definitely wasted, and I'm unanimous on the board here, boys. I also am gonna waste it. I sold it in the vape shop. More than happy for you to have it, but hard pass for me. What was you
Yeah.
seeing out there, Chris?
The mixed berry makes you think there's a slight culotta at the end. Well, I guess that kind of the Slaughter Pop kind of had a similar thing, but it didn't have it. I don't know if it had culotta, but it had a similar vibe. Anyhow, sidetrack. So what'd you pick? What'd you pick?
I haven't picked one yet.
Oh, okay.
I was just letting you finish. Okay, I'm gonna pick one. See, a lot of the ones that are getting dropped are desserts, and like James might try them, but they're definitely more along Sean and my taste. But um, I'll go with I'm gonna go with another one from Drip Theory. Uh, hit that Boston cream, or sorry, hit that donut Boston cream from Mike Vapes. And whoever else made it, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't even remember the company that was making it for him.
It was his line was hit that donut though.
Yeah,
But yeah, the Boston cream one.
yeah,
Taste or waste
100%
it.
tasting it. I remember when I convinced the owner to pick that line up for the vape shop. So we were selling it and we sold shitloads of Boston cream, as you can imagine in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
A lot of people were jumping on the Boston cream donut train. So like that became an ADV for a lot of heads in my shop. Uh, and yeah, man, I'm kind of waxing nostalgic thinking about it now. So yeah, definitely wanna taste that again.
Um, I'm probably gonna pass on this one. Not a big huge fan of like donut flavors. Um, yeah, I think I might pass, man. I think I'd waste this one, to be honest with you. I never tried any of the Hit That line back in the day.
The strawberry donut was all right. The Boston cream was definitely to me the standout. Just because I thought that the cream was like good, like it was the best put together recipe to my taste.
All right, let's see here. Let's go with. Let's see. Let's go with this one from Valane's. Paramon. Taste it or waste it.
100% taste it. Dude, I commented to Valane's in the chat, like I miss it so much. Like Brian was the homie, the guy who made it. Uh, I had like bottles of that before it even hit the market, and I fell in love. Oh man,
What was
I
the
would
profile
totally
on that
taste that.
exactly again?
It was a baked pear with like a ricotta cheese.
That's what it was.
So it was like just a creamy baked cinnamon pear.
I would waste it. I remember trying it, like it got there was a lot of hype around that flavor, like back in the Vape Stew days.
Oh, it made the
And
rounds, yeah.
I
It
remember I
became
bought a
like
bottle once, like one IVC trip, like way back in the day, dude, probably like in like 2018,
Sean
2019.
started it. He
I
came
know I
And
put
he came into the group and I think he sent the bottle to Stan.
yes, I did.
Stan tried it and was like, "What?" He kept talking about the profile being ricotta cheese. That was the big talking point about it. It's like, "What? A flavor what? Ricotta cheese? What?" And then eventually everybody ended up buying a bottle at some point and vaping it.
It's
yeah, I bought it
what's
from
kicked
IVC, and I
it
just
kicked
it
Stan's whole pear addiction.
Yeah, that is
Like
true.
which led to an absolute disaster. So
yes,
good on you
yes,
for
it did.
that.
Dude, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, bro, I think now that kind of makes sense on how he ended up
What?
there, sort of.
It does.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, got you.
Anywho, um, I remember trying it and it was definitely better than I thought. I remember that. I remember trying it and being like, okay, this isn't. It's not cheesy. Like
Right.
you hear ricotta cheese, everybody thinks cheese. You think cheese, you think funk, you think ew, you think gross. But honestly, it was sweet. It was kind of cinnamon, like he said. It was like almost like you were eating like a cinnamon pear with like a cream cheese frosting, almost.
Yeah, it's a good description.
But
Yeah, no, it
obviously,
wasn't horrible. It just it wasn't for me.
yeah. I don't. I will say this. I don't know if I ever bought more of it, or if I ever finished the bottle that I had.
I don't think I even finished the
So
bottle I
at this
had.
point, I would probably waste it, but I did at least give it the old college try at some point. Um,
I tried it purely off of people's excitement, not the profile.
all right, Sean, your pick, my dude.
Right. There we go. Here's an OG one. The old unicorn milk from Cutwood, which was a strawberry milk.
Yeah, I'm fucking wasting the. I'm definitely wasting that one, dude. I did. I never understood the milk vape craze, like the milky flavor, like the cereal milks and the strawberry milks, and I never got on the train, never understood it. wasn't for me. Plus, also Cutwood liquids, none of them were good. Just putting that out there.
Dude, they were so known for their tobaccos that like I would have zero interest in wanting to try it, and like that profile, nah. Not because of necessarily what James said. I just don't like strawberry vapes. Like, I just don't like them. Because there's like chocolate milk vapes that I didn't mind. And like there was like some cereal milk ones or like cereal vapes with milk that I didn't mind. So it wasn't the milk aspect. For me, it's just the strawberry and the fact that Cutwood is known for tobacco flavors. So those two combinations is like, yeah, I'm wasting it.
So I'm gonna waste it for not only the fact that I, like James, never got into any of the milk vapes out there. Like it just the milk flavors in vapes didn't hit for me. Um, but then on top of that, Cutwood is one of the brands responsible for some of the trouble in the earliest days of vaping. They're the ones who got bagged for the diacetyl and that whole issue, which made that particular liquid, the unicorn milk, apparently way better than when they reformulated. But the bigger problem was that the original version that had the diacetyl, they used some sort of compound in it to make it look actually milky. So unlike, liquid that we're used to where it's, at least somewhat transparent, this was actually like opaque, milky pink.
That's gross.
Yeah. So like they started a huge shitstorm because of that liquid. That's your pick, Uncle Chris.
Okay. I don't know what that one is. Skip that. All right, here's one. I've had this before. I think that probably all of us have. Smacks, pony on acid.
What's that profile?
I think it's like a peach cream.
Can't remember right off the pony on. I think
I
it
couldn't
might
say for
be a
certain. I never
yogurt.
had it.
Isn't there a yogurt in it? Am I tripping? Magical blend. Oh, okay. This is what it says. Says if you love the taste of fresh and juicy fruit, you will love this Smacks flavor. Pony on acid combines the euphoric flavor with mixed fruit flavors, including raspberry, strawberries, pineapple, and more, all topped off with strawberry glaze that can transport you to a tropical place. So it's basically like the picture is like strawberries with like maybe some cream, and then there's pineapple and raspberries.
I'll say this: I've tried it. I liked it. I would try it again. I would taste it.
I mean, I'd definitely taste it. It sounds like something I would eat. Like I'm looking at the picture that you described, Chris, and I'm like, I would eat that. So, like I could probably enjoy a bottle of that. So yeah, I'll taste it.
Yeah, I'd taste it too. I've had it. I think that whatever. Oh, she's a dime. That was my favorite one that they made. The one that Swags used to always
The
vape.
lime cake pop.
Yeah. But this one was good, and I do remember Grim vaping this a lot back in the day. Also,
That's one of his legacy liquids, as he would say. Lick It was good too, says Drip Theory. That one was the peach one, peaches and cream or something, right? All right, so I guess it's my turn again, huh? Let's see here. Um, let's go with this one from Drip Theory. Humble Donkey Kong. Uh, I think it was strawberry banana dragon fruit, is what he said.
Think that I think that I would probably dump it. I'm not like the biggest dragon fruit guy. There's really not that many flavors that I like dragon fruit in.
Well, if you don't like
And the
strawberry,
only
I don't
ones
see
I've
anything.
liked was one that was just strawberry and dragon fruit cream. And I tried it years later. It was Milk of the Poppy from Vapetasia. And then I didn't like it. I liked it back when I was like pretty fresh into vaping and had like just 20 plus years of smoking cigarettes. And it's like I couldn't taste it as good and it was fine. And then I think I tried it maybe 5 years ago and I was like, something about the dragon fruit. So yeah, I think that I would probably waste it.
Think I'd have to waste it. I was never a humble fan. Like I remember trying them at conventions and just not getting into any of it. So I think I'd have to waste it.
I will say this: the profile sounds definitely something I would be into, but I believe I've tried this liquid at a show before, if I'm not mistaken, because Humboldt used to be at quite a few of the shows back in the day.
Yeah, they were hot, dude. They like started well, they were like one of the original big bottle, regular price
Yeah.
companies.
And like Sean, I never really vibed with many of their flavors. Like they just never hit the mark for me. You know what I mean? Like there's all right, but like none of them like were, like a blast off or like a Homeboy Mango, to where it's like, oh yeah, dude, this shit's gonna be in my all
It was one of
day.
those I felt like you were getting totally what you paid for.
Yeah, it kind of also reminded me of that one place that Aziz used to get that.
Oh, LA the sauce
Yeah,
or the sauce LA.
yeah, it gave me like this a similar vibe. So I probably waste that one too, to
Yeah, it
be
was
honest
like
with
pretty
you.
low quality, I
All right,
always
face
thought.
meat. Enjoy your dinner, my friend. Grub down.
All right,
Um,
well I think I got my next one then. It's gonna be the old Farley's gnarly sauce from Bad Drip, which was a strawberry kiwi like bubble gum, like a strawberry kiwi bubble gum flavor. Not meaning like the flavor of bubble gum, meaning like if you bought strawberry kiwi bubble gum.
Here's the thing, man. I never bought any of the Bad Drips flavors because I absolutely despised their packaging. So I just refused to support it.
And
So
because of that, they stopped doing it. So I mean, talk
yeah,
about voting with your dollar. Like
yeah. I just
these people refused to buy it. They were like, all right, we got to
I
get this out
never
of there.
bought it, so I never ended up trying any of the Bad Drips flavors. Um, I remember when my sister used to work at the vape shop. Damn, that's so long ago now. I'm thinking about it. She used to like a couple of their flavors, and I'm not sure if that was one of them. Um, but you said it was a strawberry kiwi bubblegum?
Yeah, like if you bought strawberry kiwi flavored bubble gum at the
Yeah.
store.
With that being said, I'd probably pass because I'm not a bubblegum guy. I don't like bubblegum flavored things unless it's actual bubblegum.
That's what I mean. Like it doesn't taste like it's not like it's tasting like bubble gum. You know what I mean? Like if you went to the store and just bought like some gum that's strawberry kiwi flavored, like that's what I my take of it was at least.
I would try it, but my hopes would be very low. Like I would have
Yeah.
a little, like a very slim level of optimism, but I would try it because like I don't mind strawberry kiwi. Like I used to love strawberry kiwi Snapple. Like when I was younger,
Oh
I used to think
yeah.
that shit was fire.
Those and the strawberry kiwi Arizonas, bro, used to slap.
Yeah, so like I like that vibe, and I imagine it's not like heavy bubble gum. I would taste it.
Okay, so I had it. I'm gonna waste it. Like I explained, like I definitely got more of like a strawberry kiwi chewing gum kind of a flavor. Um, but like when I enjoy a strawberry kiwi flavor in a vape, I enjoy more of like a fresh fruit flavor, not like a candy gum kind of a flavor, like totally artificial on both ends. Like that's where it wasn't for me. So yeah, like I'm gonna waste that one myself.
Yeah, I'll say this, Stevo. I will like I totally get what you're saying there, but my whole thing was the fact that it was a they had like prescription. It was like a prescription bottle. If they did that same thing but had some sort of different logo or some or other sort of sticker or whatever on that bottle, I wouldn't have cared. But it was the fact that it looked exactly like a prescription bottle. Like that was just a bad look, a real bad look, especially at that time when we were going through all the shit that we were going through. Like I just didn't.
Well, I mean, the other thing that like I know pissed a lot of people off is like there are a lot of people who were former addicts who now are like vape shop owners. And like that really pissed them off. Like for them, it was just completely a bad taste. From that perspective, they felt like it was encouraging drug abuse. And it was like, and at the end, their whole thought was, well, it's child safe packaging and it's for adult use. So like I see where their team was thinking and trying to come from, but it just was a terrible idea, unfortunately.
Hey, at
Yeah,
the
I
end of the
really
day,
didn't care that much
if
for
that's
them.
what got you to put the SIGs down, dude, that's sick. But it was just a personal thing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, do what you got to do. You know what I'm
Remember
saying?
that company? It was like Milkman. Didn't it come in like a milk carton?
I think so.
Yeah, they put a bottle inside of a little box that was shaped like a milk carton.
Yeah,
For
I
sure,
mean
drip,
that
dude.
that's probably cooler.
They're just trying to stand out, be different. You know, I just feel
The
like
same company that made Bad Drip also made another line that the boxes were all like little cars and shit. Like it was weird.
hmm, never seen that.
Yeah, I actually don't
Boogers.
remember that.
I want to say it was Clown E Liquid, and it was like a sideline that they did.
Oh, so they're like
It
in
didn't
clown
take
cars.
off, as you can tell.
All right, so we got time for one last one there, Chris. If you see one.
All right, well, I'm gonna go with this one from Stevo just because a bunch of the other ones have been taken. Um, I'm gonna go with just on the same note of like controversy, I guess. I'm gonna go with Swedish from Candy King.
Oh, the Swedish fish one.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, man. I didn't like it. I would waste it because I bought it thinking it would taste like Swedish fish, and it did not. It was not good.
How about you,
Honestly,
Sean?
I didn't like any of the Candy King stuff.
I remember when we would get the sample box that would come into the vape shop, and like we would try, and yeah, man, like there were better Swedish fish flavors out there. That one just never hit the mark. And it was another one of those moments where it was kind of like I felt like you were gonna get what you paid for. Like because it was a super cheap value liquid and it just didn't really deliver on what it was promising. So that's a waste it for me.
Man, it's hard for me to say because like at one time I didn't hate it. I was like, it was fine. Like I remember there was a couple times like I just was in somewhere and it'd be like on sale for like 50% off or whatever. And it all stemmed from me getting a bottle from someone who tried it and said it was horrible. I vaped it and I was like, it wasn't bad. And then I bought it a couple times. And then I think maybe a few years went by. I think it was like 2, 3 years ago. And I retried it And I was like, nah, I didn't even finish the bottle. So I think that because of my most recent adventure with it, I'd have to waste it. Although at one point I would have tasted it. I did have better Swedish Fish flavors, like Sean said, but it wasn't like unvapable for me. Even when well, I guess it became unvapable, but it wasn't at one point.
Yeah, like it was just hot sweetness, you know.
Yeah, like it had a bit of a Swedish Fish vibe, but there was like a weird aftertaste when I tried
It
it
was fucking
later.
way weird, dude.
Yeah, like it was like, hey, let's make sure it tastes as waxy as possible.
For real.
Yeah, like it could have even been. Maybe it was too authentic.
Neil says to him the most overrated E-juice line were the Five Ponds line.
Yeah, I never tried
I
one that
never
I
tried
thought
any
was
of them either.
decent.
I learned Five Ponds is not for vapors like us.
Oh,
That's
it's
for
for
K
like
Fun
really,
people.
yeah, okay.
It's for a nice tight mouth to lung, because like, again, the owner of the vape shop, my boy Eric, uh, he still like to dabble at a K Fun once in a while and get some Five Ponds going. And he got we were talking about apple pie vapes one day, and he's like, I'm gonna order this Five Ponds, I'm gonna load up a K Fun, and I want you to drip it, and I want you to see the difference. And it was hot trash on my dripper. With a point one, like absolutely not. But he had like a 0.15 or some shit, tiny little round wire coil inside this K Fun, and it was the most authentic apple pie flavor. I was blown away.
Dude, I remember is one of the meetups in Detroit, and Jacoby was vaping like some flavor out. It might have been like the Jenna RDA, and he got the fucking chocolate chip or chocolate dip potato chips because it was like on massive discount because it was like an older bottle, I guess, or there was like when they were switching over and everything had to be in like plastic. And I remember trying it and I was like, dude, I can literally taste the grease from the chips in this thing, and it's not good. And I never tried a single Five Ponds that I ever liked. None of them. They all just tasted off to me. And I was vaping them before I was vaping on like Mex a lot. I tried them on like, like a Kanger Tech fucking RBA and like a Kanger sub tank. And I still was like, nah.
It's looking like the consensus is that nobody's liked it,
Yeah.
no matter how they've tried it.
Yeah.
Five Ponds is definitely not for us, that's for sure.
But
I don't know the people who are, but
Kudos.
that potato chip one was brutal.
Yeah,
Because I
dude.
remember trying it and being like, ooh.
well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's gonna wrap up today's episode. I do want to say huge shout out and thank you to any of you out in chat that threw out any suggestions for the brainstorm session. We've got a solid list of some really great ideas. To be completely honest with you, a lot of these sound like they could be a lot of fun. Of course, we have a couple of the normal suspects in there. Shedhead session being next week, and we might try out one of these. You know what I mean? Maybe one of the little simpler ones that doesn't involve too much. Like maybe we might try to do a little Shedhead cloud comp and see how it might work. Just do a little dry run next week and see how we can you know iron out the details to get that to work out. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we could do a little come and gone. Like Sean was saying, where we could sit here and just reminisce about some of our favorite things from the past, or even maybe some things from the present that have gone to pasture. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, guys, I'm really looking forward to the next few episodes, trying out some of these suggestions from you guys. Definitely gives me a little bit more amped up for the next round of next month of streams, I should say, because we've got like damn near 2 months of content, here that we could work with, as well as some other things possibly working on the back end, which I need to do some work on myself. Now I'm thinking about it. But with that being said, time to wrap this thing up. So, Chris, over to you, bud.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you. Obviously this week, the chat really proved its worth by giving us a lot of suggestions. So thank you guys very much for that. Yeah, check out shedtimepodcast.com. Listen to the podcast, give us some good reviews. Check out the website, give us some traffic. All that stuff is much appreciated. I think that's everything for me. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. And Sean, take it away.
Just want to say we appreciate everybody out there in the chat and in the replays. You guys are really just MVPs, and especially tonight, y'all are really coming through, and we appreciate it. If you're watching a replay and you got some ideas that you didn't hear, go ahead and throw them in the comments. We really would appreciate it, and you know that we're going to go and check that out. So, with all of that, I'm going to tell you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun.
Absolutely. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for my favorite segment of the week. A little bit of some wise words of wisdom, food for thought from my main man. And today, Confucius say, balanced diet is cookie in each hand.
This is very true.
You know? If you got one in each hand, they even out. If you got one in one hand, not, you know? Then he also says, where to go? Birds of a feather flock together, then crap on your car. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, tuning in, hanging out. Check out the podcast. If you want to join us for the Shedhead session, send us an email to thegreenroom.shedtime@gmail.com. That's thegreenroom.shedtime@gmail.com. Send us an email. You can join us and possibly try out one of these games. Maybe we'll have a vape debate. Who knows? You'll just have to come and join us and tune in to figure out what we're going to do. But that should be fun. Other than that, I think we're going to wrap this thing up. So enjoy your weekend out there. Be safe. And we're just going to end this like I always do, sending out all those positive vibes. Crisp high fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, let's just vape on, shedheads. Bye-bye.